Hello, my dear friends. I am Punarvas Jayakumar from Punarvas Jayakumar Law Classes. Thank you so much for the amazing response for the earlier podcasts, and this would really motivate me to do much more. Mind you, these podcasts are for quick revision only, hence I am just highlighting the important points. Now let us quickly revise the Director's Appointment chapter through 25 important points. Point number 1. A person can be appointed as a director only if he has been allotted a Director Identification Number or DIN under section 154. Point number 2. Every individual who holds a DIN shall file a KYC form on or before 30th September of the next financial year. Point number 3. Qualifications and disqualifications of the directors are specified in section 164 of the Companies Act, which every director has to follow. Point number 4. A director shall vacate from office if he has been absent for all the board meetings held during a period of 12 months. Now there are other vacation points as well, but this is one of the important points to show that the director really should show some interest in the company. Point number 5. In case of a public company, the minimum number of directors required would be 3. In case of a private company, the minimum number would be 2. Point number 6. The maximum number of directors in a company would be 15. However, by passing a special resolution, a company can appoint more than 15 directors. Point number 7. The maximum directorship rules does not apply to government companies and Section 8 companies. Point number 8. A person cannot be a director in more than 10 public companies simultaneously, though the overall limit is 20. Point number 9. If no provision contained in the Articles of Association, then the subscribers to the memorandum who are individuals shall be treated as the first directors of the company. And they will go on till the other directors are regularized. Point number 10. Before appointing a person as a director, the company has to obtain a written consent in form number DIR2. Point number 11. At least 1/3 of the rotational directors shall retire at each AGM in this concept of rotation. Point number 12. Any person can stand for directorship of a company giving at least a 14-day notice before the general meeting. Along with the notice, rupees 1 lakh has to be deposited with the company, which would be refunded to him if he gets elected or he gets more than 25% of the valid votes. Point number 13. At least 2/3 of the directors can be appointed through a mechanism called as proportional representation. Now this proportional representation has to be authorized by the articles, and such directors who are appointed via proportional representations can be appointed once every 3 years. So in essence, they are permanent directors for 3 years. Mind you, they cannot be removed. Point number 14. The provisions relating to women directors shall apply to public companies having share capital of 100 crore or more or turnover of 300 crore or more. And when should I see that? I should see it as per the latest audited balance sheet. Point number 15. Every company which is existing now should have at least one director who is a resident Indian. This is called as a resident director. Point number 16. An additional director is appointed by the board of directors. Additional director holds the office up to the conclusion of the next annual general meeting. Point number 17. In case of any casual vacancy of a director, the vacancy can be filled in a board meeting. However, approval from the shareholders has to be taken as well in the immediately next general meeting. Point number 18. Small shareholder directors shall not hold office for a period longer than 3 years. After such 3-year period, he will not be eligible for reappointment, and there is a cooling period. He cannot be associated with the company also for 3 years. Point number 19. Every company shall have at least 1/3 of its total directors as independent directors, whereas for SEBI, as per SEBI, the regulations will vary. So that is a completely different discussion altogether. Point number 20. Every individual whose name is included in the data bank of independent directors has to pass an online self-assessment test by scoring at least 60% aggregate marks. This exam has to be taken within 1 year from the date of inclusion of his name in the data bank. There are certain exemptions for people from passing this examination. That's a separate exemption list. Point number 21. The company has to intimate any resignation by director to the registrar of companies in form number DIR 12. Point number 22. Section 171 of the Companies Act gives rights to members to inspect the register of directors and register of key managerial personnel and also their shareholding. Point number 23. Special resolution shall be required for removal of an independent director who was reappointed for the second term. So if I want to remove him before the expiry of his term, second term mind you, I would need a special resolution. Point number 24. Members holding at least 1% of the voting power or rupees 5 lakh paid up capital can give a 14-day notice of the company for removal of a director. This is called as a special notice. Number 25. Where a director has resigned from a company, the details of such resignation has to be displayed on the company's website within 30 days. So these were the quickfire 25 revision points with respect to directors, my dear friends. Please like this audio clip podcast. Please share it with your friends. And please tell me in the comment section what other podcasts you want me to do. So whatever suggestions that I'll get, I'll try to incorporate them and try to release more and more podcasts for you, my dear friends. On that note, see you in my next podcast. Thank you for your love. Take care. Love you all. Punarvas Jayakumar signing off. Ciao.